Today I'm going to talk about application of virtual work principle to solve a uniaxial load problem. I am using 3 nodes. So this is the geometry of the problem. Node 1 is a fixed node. Node 1 is fixed. So displacement U1 is 0 here. I have removed the support and replaced it by a reaction force R. External force P is applied at node 3. So we have to find displacements U1, U2 and U3. Now the region between node 1 and 2 can be called element 1. Region between element node 2 and node 3 can be called element 2. So strain in element 1 is given by U2 minus U1 divided by L. Similarly, strain in element 2 is given by U3 minus U2 divided by L. Now in these elements, this strain is uniform, as our interpolation is given by a simple linear interpolation between node 1 and node 2 for element 1, and for element 2 interpolation between node 2 and node 3. So stress in element 1 is given by this expression and stress in element 2 is given by this expression. Now we have to find equilibrium displacement field U1, U2, U3, where U1, U2, U3 are the nodal displacements. We assume a virtual displacement field, which is 1, 0, 0, meaning that virtual displacement for node 1 is 1, virtual displacement for node 2 is 0, virtual displacement for node 3 is 0. Now virtual strain in element 1 is given by minus 1 by L, as this element gets compressed by a unit distance 1, original length being L. So this becomes the virtual strain in element 1. Since node 2 and node 3 have 0 displacement, so element 2 does not have any strain. So virtual strain, any virtual strain. So virtual strain in element 2 is 0. So what is external virtual work? Work done by external forces during this virtual displacement. So there are forces only at node 1 and node 3. So virtual displacement for node 1 will be R into 1. And since there is no virtual displacement for node 3, so it will be load into 0. So that is equal to 0. So we get overall external virtual work as R for this virtual displacement field. Now what is internal virtual work? It is given by stress in actual stress into virtual strain integrated over the volume. Actual stress in element, now this is these stresses and virtual strains are not constant throughout the bar, but they are constant within the elements. So the summation we do for element 1 and element 2, the stress in element 1 is given by this expression and virtual strain is given by this expression. Since these are uniform within the element, so they can be taken out of the sign, and we are left with integral of domain volume. So we multiply with the volume. This integral of internal virtual work in the second element is 0 because virtual strain is 0 in that element. So this is our total internal virtual work given by EA by L multiplied by U1 minus U2. Since virtual work statement principle says that during virtual displacement, internal virtual work is equal to external virtual work, so we equate internal virtual work is equal to external virtual work. So we get our one equation for solving our unknowns. Now we assume a second virtual displacement given by 0, 1, 0, meaning virtual displacement of node 1 is 0, node 2 is 1, node 3 is 0. Now virtual strain in element 1, you see node 2 gets a virtual displacement of unit length. So this part of the element will stretch by increment 1. Original length is L, so virtual strain becomes 1 by L. Similarly, virtual strain in element 2, So this element gets compressed by distance 1. So virtual strain becomes -1 by original length, 1 by L. So external virtual work is force into virtual displacement. Here, this end is not suffering any virtual displacement. Y also node 3 is also not suffering any virtual displacement because the virtual displacement is given only to node 2. So external virtual work is 0. Now internal virtual work is given by integration over the two elements. So we multiply actual stress into virtual strain plus actual strain plus actual stress in element 2 into virtual strain in element. So these integrations give us this result. Now equation number 2 for this virtual displacement field is equal to internal virtual work is equal to external virtual work. So this is our second equation. Now we assume a third virtual displacement field 0, 0, 1. So that means our node 3 gets a displacement, virtual displacement 1. Nodes 1 and nodes 2 don't get, they get a 0 virtual displacement. Now virtual strain in element 1 is 0. Virtual strain in element 2 is 1 by L, as we did before. External virtual work is given by forces and the virtual displacement suffered by those forces. So we get the answer P. Internal virtual work is given by summation of internal virtual work over element 1 and element 2. We think that element 1 has internal virtual work as 0 because virtual strain is 0 here. And element 2 gets this expression as internal virtual work. So our third equation is like this. Now we can write these three equations in matrix form in this fashion. So this is our stiffness matrix, this is our displacement vector, this is our force vector. Now we have a boundary condition, displacement of node 1 is 0. So eliminate first row and first column. So we are left only with this part of the matrix. So these are our equations to be solved. So we do Gauss elimination process. So we make this as one unity divided by 2. Now we add this to second row and this is what we get. So we see displacement of node 3 is given by 2 PL upon EA, while displacement of node 2 is from the first equation half of U3. Now for finding the reaction R, we substitute in the first equation the values of U1, U2, U3. And you will see that we are getting R is equal to this, is equal to minus P. So results match the analytical results that were expected.